Hello again, people. So I am recording this right after I got done recording the Superman video. If you're interested in Superman, then you might as well watch that right after this one, or watch that before this one, depending on how you want to do it. But that's not what I'm here to tell you about today. I'm not going to tell you how to watch my videos. What I'm here to talk about is a little conspiracy that I remember somebody mentioning that I thought was really interesting. So, we may not know the name Gagarin, Leonov, and Tereshkova. I probably butchered all of those names so fucking horribly. I'm sorry to any of my Russian viewers out there. Please don't kill me. Yet. These were the heroes of the Soviet space program, though. Their faces graced posters, and their names were etched into history books. But what if there were others? What I mean is names whispered in the shadows, faces scrubbed from official records, souls allegedly cast into the cold, indifferent vacuum of space, never to return. This is the dark heart of the lost cosmonauts conspiracy. This is one of the most persistent and chilling legends of the Cold War. For decades, rumors have swirled that Yuri Gagarin wasn't actually the first human in space. Which, yes, the first human in space during the space race was Russian and not American. That was actually the first person on the moon, maybe. Nobody really knows for sure if it was the first person on the moon. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. He was just the first to survive. That's what a lot of people believe. I myself included in that group. He was also the first to be publicly acknowledged by the Russian space program for being the first one in space. Maybe. The story often begins here in Turin, Italy. Two brothers, Achille and Giovanni Judicia. Fuck, I cannot pronounce this shit. Oh, no. I can't do this, I can't do this. I can do it. Anyway, they were amateur radio enthusiasts in the late 50s and the early 60s. They claimed to have intercepted numerous Soviet space transmissions. Their most famous and most controversial recording allegedly captured the final moments of a female cosmonaut in May of 1961. In it, a woman's voice filled with terror describes increasing heat and a failing aircraft before the signal cuts to silence. The two brothers claim to have recorded at least 9 of such lost missions. They spoke of SOS signals in Morse code, gasping breaths, and heartbeats that slowly faded away. Beyond the recordings, there are missing people. Enthusiasts point to photos where individuals seem to have been airbrushed out of official group shots of the cosmonaut corps. A common practice in the Stalinist era, but one that took a more sinister meaning when applied to the space race. Man, you'd really think with all the talking that I do, I'd be much better at it, but I'm not. I really am fucking terrible at this shit. How do I improve how I talk? Because I talk like a dumbass. Anyway, we're getting off topic. Take Valentin Bondarenko, which I probably butchered that name too. For example, for 20 years, his death in a high oxygen pressure chamber, a high oxygen pressure chamber fire was kept a state secret. If the Soviets could hide a training accident, then what else could they hide? People became more skeptical and suspicious of their actions over the years. let's be completely honest, though. We've always been a bit skeptical of what Russia may be hiding. Like, I don't mean that as a jab towards any Russian people. I'm just saying, there's been a shit ton of espionage in Russia. Ooh, I should probably make a video on that. If I don't suck. Anyway, I keep getting off topic. Holy shit. As compelling as these stories are, most historians and space experts are highly skeptical of this. You may be wondering why. First, the technical hurdles. Tracking a spacecraft isn't about listening for a signal. You need to know the frequency, the orbit, and have massive antennas. Experts argue it's highly unlikely two amateurs in Italy could consistently intercept signals that even NASA or the NSA struggled to confirm. Second, the lack of physical evidence. Space is big, but debris is traceable. After the fall of the Soviet Union, many secret archives were opened. While they revealed plenty of previously unknown failures and accidents, no evidence of lost orbital flights were ever found. And then there's the logic of the space race itself. The Soviets were obsessed with prestige. To launch a human into orbit and not announce it would have to be a massive wasted opportunity. If they failed, they could just say it was an uncrewed test, which they often did. So where does that leave us? Are the brothers' recordings genuine captures of forgotten tragedies, or clever hoaxes fueled by Cold War paranoia? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. The lost cosmonauts might be a myth, but it's a myth born from a very real reality. The terrifying risks of early spaceflight and extreme scarcity of the regime that pioneered it are a major factor in that. So now I'm curious, what do you guys think? Were the souls lost to the void before Gagarin made his historic leap? Or is this just another ghost story for the space age? Let me know. That's pretty much it. Make sure to always keep looking up. You never know when an asteroid's gonna fall on your head. Or some similar shit, I don't know.